Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be checking out Nick's CATEYE Duramax Mega Truck. Now, this truck is obviously a branded rig, so it is not available on console. However, it is available for everybody on PC on mod.io, which I will leave, of course, a link to this truck in the description box down below. Now, what is this thing? Well, it's basically a single cab CATEYE with gigantic axles, gigantic tires, and a lot of power, and it freaking rips. However, I haven't really spent all that much time driving it yet, so I am very excited to see what this thing has in store for us. So let's go ahead and get right out of free cam, let's fire it up, and let's see what she can do. I'm already really liking the tires that are on it by default, but I almost said come on this thing from factory, but you know what it actually really reminds me of? It reminds me of Cletus's old mud truck, so we might try to build something similar to that later on down the road in the future, but I'm actually kind of a big fan of the way it looks in white with some of the red suspension components and some of the white suspension components. I think it's got a good look to it. So we've got an LLY Duramax in here, and we've got a 3-speed. That's all you get. It's a custom monster truck transmission. Suspension-wise, you have a standard one, and then you have a lifted one. The lifted one is only a little bit higher, but that's probably the one that I would run if I was going to use the monster truck tires. And then the tires that you normally have are these 48-inch BB thick tires, and then you also have the 66-inch monster truck tires and the 48-inch BB tractor tire, which the tractor tires come with a little bit more of a mud truck style wheel, whereas these come with a little bit more of kind of a deep dish equipment style wheel, which I might go with these right off the bat, but I think I'll probably test out all 3 different tires with the DevTools menu in the video. So no matter which tires you like, it's okay because we're going to be using all of them. And then winch wise, we got an offline winch. Very simple truck in terms of customization. You get one wheel choice with these tires, and then colors wise, you got a whole range of colors, which is really nice considering the fact that most of these mud trucks, well, depending on what they are, sometimes they're locked to one color, other times they give you a full range, and I really do like the fact that this thing gives you a full range. I also think it looks mean in the gray. The gray really sets this thing off, I think. Oh, though I love that green. I love that green. That's limes inspired green. That's awesome. I'm going back and forth right now between kind of an off gray or maybe a white. I like the gray, dude. The gray is sick. It looks so freaking menacing in gray. That looks so awesome. Although I might go back in, I don't know. You know what? Let me see how it looks in a couple of different colors. It looks sick in red because obviously it matches a lot of the other suspension components. This is a grayish blue. Now that I really like. The grayish blue looks really, really good. Let's go through just a couple of different. That's odd. I like that. You know what? That doesn't look terrible. It's kind of like a lighter blue, but it's also darker. I don't know how you would even describe that color because it's not light enough blue to be teal, but it's also not dark enough to be dark blue. It's interesting. I don't even know what you would call that color, but let me know in the comment section down below what you would personally refer to that color as. But without any further ado, let's take this thing for a rip. Now, I want to take it to the mud really soon, obviously, but I also want to throw it at some hill climbs and see how it responds to those. Now, I'll tell you, it moves out. Oh, God. But it actually slows down really quick, too. It's got some good brakes behind it. Whoa! It's nice because it's not necessarily too fast without, it's not necessarily too fast, but it's also, fast enough to be really enjoyable. Also, that center of gravity, though, all I had to do was, dip into the gas a little bit to, or the throttle, sorry, to dip into the throttle a little bit to kind of settle the truck down, and it just, drove right up those rocks. Now, granted, it's no rock crawler, but the fact that it can do kind of whatever it wants in that sense is really satisfying. Let me bring you down through here just to see. I'm going to run it through a rock obstacle because I like to take trucks out of their element. And, oh my God, this thing, I know it's not a rock crawler, but it sure did that like one. I mean, it didn't really care that I threw it at some rocks. It was just oh, rocks? Okay, I'm good. Dang, the size of that drop box, though. Although, I gotta tell you, it looks a little bit thin, and I don't know if, I'm looking at that drop box and I'm going, I don't know if anybody else would break it, but Whistle Diesel would probably break it in 5 seconds. Although that's probably because he'd be trying to tow 10 bank vaults with it or something. All right, whoa. First mud lane, no problem at all on these tires. Absolutely none. Let's bring you around. Wow, not even any problem in here. That's extremely impressive. I figured that these tires were going to be a little bit iffy in the second mud pit, but since it did that one so easily, I'm plunging it in here, and it, oh my god, it kept going. What about this gnarly mud? This stuff is like, it's still moving in high. That's insane. Most stuff cannot move in high in here. Most trucks cannot move at all in high range. They just spin and dig, and then they're over and done with, and that's the end of your run. But holy crap. Dude, and it looks so good with the lights on, too. The funny thing is, it's just deep enough right here that I did not know that frame was there. Well, I knew it was there. I forgot it was there. But, man, it even, like, it's able to get shifted up into high while it's still in this mud. But the mud is, like, at the exact depth where it literally is like, okay, it's starting to come out now, but all you could see is the body of the truck and maybe the, you know, like the steps, but that's it. It looks really good covered in mud, though. It looks really, really good covered in mud. All right, let's go ahead and stop you right there. We'll give you a quick repair. And now I'm going to switch it up to the slightly more lifted suspension. And let's see. Yeah, it's time to throw the monster tires on it. And now that we've got the monster tires on it, I almost want to change up the color. Is that bad? I think it looks, with the monster tires, I think red is the move. I think red looks so good with the monster tires on it. Now, the dips obstacle, I'm sure, is going to be a walk in the park for it. I have no reason to believe that it would ever have any issues with, oh god. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, the only issue that I think you'd ever have with this is if you took it too fast and just flipped it over because you were basically, like, got into a situation where it turned into a, like, you know, essentially a giant ball of tire that was bouncing down the obstacle, but, and you can see it happening a little bit there when I give it too much throttle, but, I mean, you can avoid that by not constantly being all over the, you know, all over the throttle pedal, but when am I ever not constantly all over the throttle pedal? Now, to do a quick test of the other tires, I'm going to throw these tires, and it looks like they might be off of Ignite. So let's take the muddy back trail right here and see how these rip through here. And I want to see if I can make it through here in high or bog all the way through here in high without flipping the truck over or stalling it out. I'm sure it's possible. I just want to know if we can do it on our first go. Oh, God. Oop. Biggest thing is going to be not flipping it over in some of the more twisty sections. And when I say twisty, I mean, oh, no! I let out of it for just a hair too long, and it was like, yep, nope, we can't do that. If I had stayed in the power, yeah, if I had stayed in the power just a little bit longer back there, I would not have had any issues, and it would have been able to make it all the way through just fine. Let me make my way just down through here, a little bit further on. Whoa, not bad! Don't flip her. Okay, I was gonna say, please, don't flip it over. That would not be a fun scenario if we just completely flip this thing over. All right, repair and refuel, and now we're going back to these well, let me see how it fits on the bridge. Before I commit to running down the bridge jump on the monster tires, I need to see how well it fits, because if it doesn't fit, it ain't gonna happen. Let's see, can we take the quick way? The bridge jump? Yeah, probably. Oh my god, yeah, there's no way it doesn't want to take the quick way. Let's ease you back up. All right, reverse, and... oh, it fits no problem. All right, boys, 3, 2, 1, full send, let's go. Or not. Oh, geez. That interior view didn't really do me any favors, did it? Come on, and go! I mean, aside from a slight... oh, no! Oh, we could have caught that. We totally could have caught that, but I was a little late on the winch. Like, I really wanted it to flop back down onto its wheels, but, like, and I really tried. I steered into it, and it just wasn't enough, and, like, here we are. Here's where we ended up. But what I'll probably do is oh, actually, that worked. Normally, it's really hard to flip trucks like this back over when they're on the monster tires because it's so wide that obviously the physics of it makes it really incredibly difficult to actually get the whole truck flipped over. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at this single cab CATEYE Duramax mega truck. And with that being said, hope you all enjoyed the entire video and all of the tests that we did. And if you would like to see more, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.